these guys have worked hard this year to try to get to the NCAA tournament, and the reality that we're not going is tough. I really thought it was a great college game. I was really pleased with the way we played. I thought it was a high level intensity. It was a high, defensive focus. I thought it was one of our better games in a lot of ways. But we got it to 53-46 and came empty about 4 or 5 straight possessions. Where we had a chance to break it a little bit. And I also thought a huge key was, James, getting that 4th foul, and I thought he was just energy was unbelievable. He was all over the place and probably just wanted it so much that he got out of control a couple times. I think he got 3 fouls there in the first 5 or 6 minutes. And was, just trying to will his team. And I don't fault the guy for, fouling out, trying to live his dream. And and it's just one of those things. But we still, even with him in foul trouble, had an opportunity, like I said. And you got to give Irvine a lot of credit. They had a lot of character coming from behind and staying with their game plan. They finally got a couple shots to go in, and that was the difference. It's who we are as a team. Unfortunately, we just, we had a lot of pieces coming from 4 different directions, as I've said all year. We had, I think, 3 or 4 players that were holdovers from last year. We had 3 freshmen come in. We had 4 transfers come in. And I think 3 redshirts. And getting those pieces together, we just we never got consistent enough to win 3 games in a row, and that's something that I've kind of harped on here for a couple months. That from practice on down, and I think today was a little bit of a microcosm of our season. We did a lot of good things. We did a lot of good things this season, and it's not over. I mean, we're going to go to the NIT and try to represent our school the best we possibly can, but we just never got everybody on the same page for enough extended periods of time. That game was the same way. We had a couple of empty possessions where were small lineups and mismatch, but we just didn't execute some things to win the basketball game, and they did.
That's probably the biggest disappointment. Is we tasted it last year. We knew how good it was, and that was our motivation the whole year. We expect to win this league, the conference, but we really wanted to win this tournament and get back to the NCAA tournament and maybe get hot and get on a roll. But this is pretty disappointing, and we're just gonna have to show up next week and treat the NIT as it is the NCAA tournament and show some class and represent this university.
You can't just turn it on when it's in an environment like this. I mentioned to the guy, if we would have had that kind of focus and like you're saying, rebounding and everything, for the last couple months, this team would have improved a lot to where it would have been consistent enough to win this thing. But unfortunately, it bared out that we just never got ourselves all on the same page good enough. And I think that showed today. But it wasn't. Our guys competed, and so did they. I thought it was a high-level competitive game on both teams.
I'm just down on myself a little bit because I let my teammates down. I'm a senior. I was supposed to help my teammates a lot this game, and I feel like I didn't do my job. So that's why I'm down on myself.
Which is ridiculous. He doesn't. I mean, we're here because of him. We won the league because of him. He was the most valuable player in this league. Okay, so and that's what a true competitor does. Is I'm sitting here saying the same thing. There's things I could have done. There's things, but you win as a team and you lose as a team. And this was his team. He wanted it so bad today that he got into foul trouble. That's the only thing he did wrong. And if the only thing he did wrong was want it too bad, we'll live with that.